If Roe versus Wade, in fact, is overturned, the outcome will not be that abortion is suddenly illegal everywhere. The outcome will be that each state will decide.
What do we do? Stand up, fight back! What do we do? Stand up, fight back!
This is Juan Mendoza reporting for Rebel News. Recently, following the leak of the draft in the Supreme Court that was looking at potentially overturning Roe v. Wade, protests were gathered throughout the entire country of the United States.
In 1973, 7 unelected lawyers arrogantly declared to the American people, "You have no right to decide these issues. We know better than you." And that decision has fomented enormous division, enormous anger among the American people over this issue, because you have arrogant judges removing the ability of the voters to decide.
We're going to, after 50 years, decide a woman does not have a right to choose within the limits of the Supreme Court decision in Casey, number one. But even more, equally as profound is the rationale used. Right. And it would mean that every other decision relating to the notion of privacy is thrown into question.
If Roe versus Wade, in fact, is overturned, the outcome will not be that abortion is suddenly illegal everywhere. The outcome will be that each state will decide. And so bright blue states like California, New York, presumably will continue to allow unlimited abortion on demand. And redder states, like my home state of Texas, presumably will enact reasonable and meaningful restrictions on abortion. And in each case, the laws will reflect the values and the mores of the citizens who live there. That's the way our democracy is supposed to work. Today's Democrats don't believe in democracy. They want the court to mandate the outcome they like, regardless of what the voters think.
So you would not.
We went undercover into one of the bigger protests that was expected in Los Angeles, California. Our journalism is brought to you directly from crowdfunding. So if you would like to support us and help us expand our content, be sure to go to rebelnews.com.
Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Abortion is healthcare, and healthcare is a human right. Texas SB 8 bill and other anti-abortion laws disproportionately impact poor folks and people of color, like Lizelle. Working class people often do not have the time or the money to cross state lines for healthcare, and they may lack the social safety nets to raise unplanned children. We have already been left defenseless against abortion laws in states like Kentucky, South Carolina, Florida, Missouri, Idaho, and Mississippi. Without Roe v. Wade, abortion will lose all protection on a national level, and it will be up to each state to decide whether to criminalize abortion or not. Not the church, not the state. Women must decide our fate. Not the church, not the state. Women must decide our fate. Not the church, not the state. Women must decide our fate. In June, President Biden and the rest of corporate America are meeting here to showcase LA as the model city of democracy, sustainability, and human rights. This is a farce. This could not be further than the truth when half of the rights of half the country are up for debate. So we invite all of Los Angeles to contribute their voice, to be heard, and to fight for a future together.
We need to vote for Democrats because they'll protect a woman's right to choose. They'll protect the right to abortion. We've been told this for decades. For decades, for as long as I can remember. Every election comes down to a woman's right to choose. But Democrats could have codified Roe for the last 50 years. They had 50 years to codify a woman's right to have an abortion into law. They knew the right-wing plan to take over the courts. They knew what was coming. They chose to not do it because they wanted to weaponize. They wanted to weaponize women's bodies for fundraising. How cynical. How disgusting. They knew what was coming. Instead, what do? They embraced anti-choice candidates. Remember Tim Kaine? Remember Tim anti-abortion Kaine? Hillary Clinton's running mate? What is Nancy Pelosi doing right now? She's supporting a pro-abortion candidate in Texas over, I'm sorry, an anti-abortion candidate in Texas over a pro-abortion candidate. Unbelievable. The Democrats have basically told Republicans they've been catering to the moderate right-wing vote that will never vote for Democrats.
Abolish the
Supreme Court!
Abolish the
Supreme Court!
There is a war being waged on women who have suffered the brunt of this pandemic. It is no coincidence that this is an assault on all genders. And make no mistake that the fight against patriarchy needs every single one of us. The Democrats, they have proven to us, each and every politician has proven to us, that they are not in service of the people. They are in service of the rich and the powerful. And we say no more.
We won't go back, we will fight my body, my rights. We won't go back, we will fight my body, my rights. What kind of power?
Workers' power!
Who got the power?
We got the power!
What do we want?
Abortion rights!
And when do we want it?
Now!
If we don't get it,
Shut it down!
if we don't get it,
Shut it down!
what do we want?
Abortion rights!
And when do we want it?
Now!
Stand up!
Fight back!
When trans rights are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
My body!
My choice!
My body!
My choice!
My body!
My choice!
My body!
My choice!
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
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 For more coverage about the Supreme Court and Roe v. Wade and protests regarding it, please stay tuned to Rebel News on our website and our social media. Hey guys, thank you very much for checking out this video. Our journalism is brought to you guys by crowdfunding. So if you guys would like to help us out and support us to be able to expand and bring you guys more news stories such as these, please do so by going to rebelnews.com.